As many of you know, there's a lot of misinformation when it comes to sort of classic Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm on this website here, which is just one of many that does the same thing, and this is titled the 15 most valuable cards you need to add to your collection. And while some of these cards are prize cards, so it does in fact make sense, and this one's actually pretty recent because it shows the current prize card. They have a lot of things on here that are pretty much just meant to bait people into thinking their old Yu-Gi-Oh cards are worth something. And there's a really popular video that is going around as well that features a sort of similar idea. But basically what happens is they show a picture of a particular Dark Edition, and they mention what set it's from, and then they say, oh, a high-quality copy of the Dark Edition from the Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon set has been sold for $900. And I will at least give this site some credit because they were going off of things that were actually sold. And in the video version of this same idea, they go off of people literally just listing items on eBay that haven't been sold yet. I think one of my favorite ones from that video is that a common unlimited copy of Pinch Hopper is worth $5,000, and that's just like so crazy. Obviously someone just listed it for that amount, but it's not actually selling for that amount. But in general, this sort of just confuses people that haven't played the game in a while. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's necessarily morally correct or whatever, and it misleads people into thinking that their cards are worth like a lot. And one thing they're not mentioning for a lot of these sales is that they're PSA graded cards, which most people don't have access to. So what happens is people that played the game as like kids or teenagers see these sorts of videos, see these sorts of articles, and then they dig in their old shoebox and find a bunch of like garbage commons or really damaged cards, and then suddenly try to sell them on like the Facebook marketplace for like $500. No one buys them, and then they get confused. And this kind of goes into what we're going to talk about today. So this is just like one website, but what I wanted to talk about is that in the last couple videos, well, a couple videos ago, I mentioned that my locals had a pack of LOB for sale, and I asked if you guys wanted me to open it on camera. I ended up buying it, and that's what we're going to take a look at today. But one of the things that was interesting was that I was trying to find the value of that pack, and I went to eBay and typed in LOB Unlimited Pack, and oh boy, are there a lot of misleading posts. So I just want to say that this isn't necessarily as like corrupt as the thing that we just looked at, because this is just people listing what they have. I think people are maybe getting misled though. So this one right here is $14, which is pretty common for these packs. And if you notice something, good for you. You're probably very different than most people. Most people would think, okay, this is an original LOB pack. It's not. This is from the reprinted Legendary Collection 1, which I've opened, I think, 3 of on this channel. And you can tell in 2 main ways. First of all, the Konami logo is different. That's not what the Konami logo used to look like. And second of all, do you notice that the Yu-Gi-Oh logo looks kind of modern? It has the white inside of the logo. That's not what it used to look like. And you can see these packs all over the place. So there's this one here. You can see the white logo. This one here, white logo. This one here, this is exactly when I recently made a video. Well, that was like, I guess it's not recently anymore. I made a video a couple weeks ago talking about reprint packs being sold for like $8 a pack. That's exactly what these are. These are being sold. This person probably bought them from their store for $8 a pack. Let's see, they have 6 of them. So they only spent like a little under $50, and they're now reselling them for $90, which is, I mean, if the reprint packs themselves are ripoffs for $8, selling 6 of them for $90 is insane. This is such a ripoff. And notice that they're not claiming that they're sort of the original classic pack. That's kind of what's implied here. We can look at this one as well, exact same thing. So these booster packs are being sold in stores for $8 to $9, and they include 1 legacy pack, 2 rares, and 8 commons. Now the 2 rares and 8 commons are going to be trash. You're never going to get your money from there. So basically you're just paying $8 for a pack that isn't actually an old school pack. And it was really hard to actually find an original LOB pack. And I brought up, just in case you don't know, so the Legendary Collection 1 Game Board Edition, the retail is only $30. All the ones I've opened I bought for $30. Those come with 6 sort of reprinted classic packs. On eBay, they're going for $37, so you figure 6 packs, $37. Each pack comes out at around $7. Once again, that's not the retail of these things. The retail is only $30, which means you're really only looking at $5 per pack, and that's really all those packs are worth. And you can tell when you open them which if they're the reprint or not, because you'll pull like a holographic card and a rare card in some packs. But you can just look at the outside of the pack, see the updated logo, and kind of know. Now I will say I think I only found one original LOB pack. So this listing had two of them. And you can see here, so we have the old Konami logo and we have the old Yu-Gi-Oh logo. Now, the Yu-Gi-Oh logo has gone through a couple changes, but this is the original one. So this is what an actual original LOB pack looks like. I'm only saying all this because it kind of rubs me the wrong way that people are selling these at inflated prices, because these are original LOB packs. They're selling for $40, which I think is perfectly reasonable, and they kind of throw in a random battle pack. So this guy's selling them essentially for $20 each, and this guy is selling one reprint pack, which is not rare at all, for $14, and that just isn't right. And this guy obviously is selling them for a crazy outrageous price with the $90 for 6. So this is like the only listing that I could find that wasn't like well, they're not scammed, but there was an actual LOB pack. So if you watch this video, if you watch me open my actual copy of the original LOB pack and you want to buy one, I'd probably just be really careful about what you actually buy, because if you're going to buy the reprint one, you might as well just buy the Legendary Collection 1 Game Board Edition, because then you'll get like a lot of other packs and there'll be a little bit more exciting, and you won't be overpaying as much. So I just want to do this as like a announcement to anyone that wants to buy these packs. There's a lot of fake, well, they're not fake, that's like the tricky part. There's a lot of misleading eBay posts about there using these packs or using packs that are similar, so just make sure that you're looking for the original Konami logo and the original Yu-Gi-Oh logo. Anyway though, let's get into the pack opening. Before we open this pack, let me briefly tell you the story that the guy told me that sold this to me. So I have a local game store, and they've actually been around for a really long time. They haven't always held locals, but they've always had Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and they've moved around a lot. They used to be called Baseball Card City, then they moved into a mall, and they called themselves Legend Sports and Games, and then they moved to another mall, and now they're back into their own building, which is really cool. And they used to sell all sorts of vintage packs. Now back then, back when I was in like 8th grade or whatever, they weren't so much vintage. I mean, they were like 5 or 6 years old, but they weren't like right now. This pack right here is almost 15 years old. Well, I guess it is actually just 15 years old. That's crazy to think about. Time flies when you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, this pack's really old, but back then it wasn't like extremely old. It was just like kind of older packs, and they used to have a lot of them. And basically what the guy that I bought this from, he told me, because he's been at all those different locations, that when they moved from their second location to their third location, a lot of packs got sort of lost in translation if they didn't have boxes of them and they only had loose packs. One of those packs was this Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon pack, which is, he basically said that he just found at the bottom of a box when they were now moving to their fourth location. So this has been sitting around for a very long time, and overall, I mean, the condition of the pack isn't great. You can see there's a bend at the top, there's some damage on the outside of the pack, but I would say in general, considering how old this is, it's pretty exciting. And I saw this a couple weeks ago at their location. I didn't really think about buying it, but then I mentioned in that video, and also when I went there, they had cut the price in half, and then also I got a discount because I'm a member there. And yeah, so shout out to them for giving this to me at a pretty crazy deal, actually less expensive than those eBay reprint packs that we just looked at. And yeah, this is sort of just like a piece of history, a piece of important Yu-Gi-Oh history, and I really wanted to open it. So this is the original first pack, and there's lots of fun stuff on here. So obviously we got the old Konami logo. It's unlimited edition, so that's kind of lame, but it's cool. And then we can see here, you see how it mentions the Upper Deck company and upperdeck.com. This is back when Upper Deck and Konami sort of both owned Yu-Gi-Oh! And I believe Upper Deck, I'm probably going to get this wrong, but I believe Upper Deck controlled all the tournaments and Konami controlled the distribution. Then there was an issue when Upper Deck actually sort of distributed cards that they weren't supposed to. And there was a huge legal battle. Now it's only owned by Konami. That's the story of that. That was like a huge mess back in the day. But anyway, yes, this used to be owned by Upper Deck and Konami, so you can see that that has their logo and their website on there as well. It also has the old back of the pack thing. In ancient Egypt, there existed a force so powerful. It had, I guess we're opening anyway, so I don't mind breaking that. That'll probably make some people cringe that want to keep the pack in perfect condition. I don't care too much though. In ancient Egypt, there existed a force so powerful it had to be locked away for millennia. Now one boy has released the power. It's time to duel. And you can see the old pack ratio there, 82 common cards, so 8 per 1 pack, 22 rare cards, 10 super rare cards, and 10 ultra rare cards. You can notice here that they don't even acknowledge the existence of secret rares in this set, even though I believe there are two. There's Gaia the Dragon Champion and Trihorn Dragon, both of which we've pulled in the reprint pack versions of this set, which is kind of funny, but the chances of pulling those in this pack are pretty darn low. I don't actually know. I don't think it was one per box. I want to say it was one per 2 boxes. I was pretty young when this pack came out, so I wasn't really paying attention to that kind of stuff. Anyway, though, let's open this thing up, and yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. We've opened plenty of the reprint packs, but this is the original pack here, and I guess I'll try to maintain the packs, the front of the pack's integrity at least, but I don't care too much about the back. And oh man, yeah, the cards even feel a little different. So we have, yeah, feel like they don't even feel real. I kind of experienced this when I bought the original Water and Fire structure deck a couple months back for that structure deck battle. The cards didn't quite feel like they do anymore, so that's kind of interesting. So we have Hitatsu Me Giant, Laser Cannon Armor, Petite Angel. Yeah, these feel so weird. They feel thicker, definitely. The Furious Sea King, and then we'll only get either a rare or a holographic. We won't get both. That's not how the old sets work. So our rare is Aqua Mador, one of my kind of go-to defensive cards back in middle school. I like this guy a lot. I didn't realize he was in the original set, though. Pretty good stats. Well, pretty good for middle school days. He had 2,000 defense and 1,200 attack, so he could get the job done. He got boosted by Umi and Legendary Ocean, those types of cards. It's pretty cool there. Basic Instinct, or Insect, sorry, not Basic Instinct, not the movie, the little bug guy. Ray and Temperature, Dragon Treasure, and Fire Yaru. I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name. What's kind of funny about this particular pack that we just opened is we actually pulled two cards that were competitively played in Herald of Perfection decks. So both Ray and Temperature and Petite Angel have seen competitive YCS, well, it would have been Shonen Jumps back then, success, because you could use this with the advanced ritual art to summon Herald of Perfection, which might not sound that good, but it actually was pretty good back in the day. You would send 2 fairies, or even 3 fairies sometimes if you're using level 2 guys, and then you could add them back to your hand with that card, that normal spell card that adds 2 normal monsters back to your hand from a graveyard. I can't remember the name of that thing. It's like, isn't it like a factory type card? I don't know. But anyway, you'd use these guys to send to the graveyard, and then you'd have negations for your Herald of Perfection. Anyway, though, that is pretty much going to wrap up this pack opening. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the journey and enjoyed my description of what Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like back in the day, and some of the difficulties with these reprint packs and how they've sort of messed up the market in some way or another. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about this pack opening. I don't think they have any other legacy packs, but it's pretty cool nevertheless. And my camera just died, so I guess we're going to end the video there. Anyway, though, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.